Hello there. Today I'm playing this game. Hello everyone, welcome back. Bit of a different kind of video here. Today I'm just going to be running through Super Mario Brothers. Yeah, I don't really think I've done any full playthroughs on this channel, so let's start with this one. Pretty straightforward game. The problem is a lot of the games that I play, just like Destiny, either kind of go on forever, or you just have games where it's like the campaign's about 18 hours. So those don't really work out too well. So I figured this would be a good light one, games of this caliber. I'm playing this on the Switch, by the way. So I actually just recently got the NES controller. And I think I started on the SNES or the Sega Genesis. So I completely skipped right past the NES. So I've actually never used this controller before. But I have, probably for about a week now, been playing these games with it. And shockingly, you would never guess, but it actually feels a lot more comfortable. Because the games are obviously designed with this controller in mind. Whoop. Oh. Okay, I already have that, but I'll get the points anyway. See, now in this game, I don't really know what the points are for. I'm assuming just bragging rights, because I've gotten a lot of points and I've never gotten an extra life out of it. So I don't think that's the case. Yeah, I'll also be skipping most of the warp zones. So on this level, there's that obvious one. I think it's on the fourth pipe that everyone knows about, where it takes you underground. But you definitely lose out on a lot of power-ups that way, because there's I think 2 power-ups on the surface that you miss. Because you miss, yeah, because on this one I got 2 fire flowers that way. Which, of course, if you're small Mario, would just be mushrooms instead. And I think the coin total is about the same. Like, if I went underground, I think I would have had 23 coins, or maybe even just 22. So yeah, you get about the same number of coins, but if you need power-ups, it's better just to go on the surface. And you save some time, too, which is better for points, but as I mentioned, don't really know what the main purpose of the points are. There's also a lot of hidden blocks that I know about. Mostly before World 4. After that, I don't know much about it. Like, every once in a while, I'll jump and accidentally hit a 1-up block that are a lot more hidden. Those aren't very obvious. Like, there's for those who don't know, there's a little power-up right here. Show you some secrets. There's also one right in here. Not a power-up block, but a coin block. See what I mean? If you go around and just break every block, eventually you'll find all the secrets, but it is not very time efficient to do so. And I don't want to look it up either, because that's just kind of defeats the purpose. There's also a huge shortcut that people... It's one of those ones where it's a secret, but not really, because so many people have used it by now. Yeah, if you get on one of these little elevators... Oh, yep, see, there's one right there. See, it would not be obvious if you didn't know it was there. Whoa, 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 alright. Well, at least I know how to get 2 power-ups then. Yeah, I do obviously have restore points, but I will be skipping them, and it does not start me back from the beginning, so I'll be getting 1 power-up. But what I will do, just in case I get, all the way to World 7 and then die, what I'm going to do is create restore points along the way, and if I absolutely need to, then I'll use one to get back to a normal state. Because I don't really want to restart the entire game from the beginning. But I might, we'll see. Depending on how time-consuming it'll be. But yeah, if you keep following those elevators up and jump over the top, you get warp zones to World 2, 3, and 4. Which is funny because in World 4, you can do the same thing and get a warp zone to World 5. So it's not as big as a skip, but it's still another little hidden zone. But yeah, I just kind of want to run through the whole game, so don't want to be taking those little shortcuts. Same thing with the warp pipes, which is actually really messed up because in the real Super Mario Bros. 2, the one that was released in Japan only, now they call it the Lost Levels. If you didn't know that was the case, that is why it's called the Lost Levels. But when you click on it, it says Super Mario Bros. 2. That is why, because they said it would be too difficult for American audiences. And in some ways they were right, but not because the game was more difficult, they just intentionally made things just really screwy. And I don't know why. The first couple worlds don't really... There's not much of a difference, but they'll sometimes just do things like in the middle of a jump, they'll have a gust of wind just blow you in one direction or the other and just completely throw off your momentum. And yeah, obviously, that's not very helpful. But I wouldn't consider that good difficulty. Having random nonsense in there, I don't really don't really see that as good. But I will say I do like it better than the Super Mario Bros. 2 that actually got the name. The one that was in the US release. Because if it feels like it's not a Mario game, that's because it's not. It's actually, I think it was called like Doki Doki Panic 2 or something like that. But yeah, if you play it and you're like, huh, this feels very odd and unusual, that is because it is not an actual Mario game. There's also a power-up up there, but I don't need it. And I don't want to risk being hit by one of these little fireballs in the process. But yeah, it definitely stands out as one of the weirdest ones. That's why I kind of like the Japanese Mario 2 better, but again, there's those annoying difficulty spikes. I'll probably play that as well, including this one. Ooh. Oh, no. Yeah, this one's actually one of the easiest to jump over. I'll try to get a good running start. Yeah! Whoa, alright. Never seen him do that. But yeah, if you just get a good running start and jump over the platform, typically, you'll make it over unscathed. That time he kind of predicted it. Which is funny, I've done that jump probably 10 times in the last week. It's the first time he's done a high fireball. But the more you know. There's also a block right here that gives you a power-up. Yeah, I don't know how much of that is fair, keeping them that ridiculously hidden. Like, that one obviously is not that crazy and out of the way. It's just one of the... Oh, yeah, like that one right there. That was just cruel. Why did they do that? I think there's a vine that takes you up into the sky there, but I don't want to go down there and stop that turtle shell. Because you can jump on it again to stop it from spinning, but I don't want to take the risk on that. Whoop. And I think there's another wall back there, so I'm not going to test my luck here. Whoop. Whoop. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. You know what? I will kick it just to kill that turtle. Hopefully it doesn't come back at me. Alright. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, anyway, got a little off track there about the original Super Mario Brothers. And I didn't realize as well that... Oh, I got a star. Oop. Yeah! I didn't realize as well that in the original, Luigi actually plays differently. So I was playing through about half the game, and I was like, this is terrible, I hate this. I looked it up. Apparently, Luigi, what he does is he jumps higher, and I think further, and he also has less friction on the ground. So, like, you see when you sprint and stop, he pretty much stops on a dime. He has a little slide, and then if you're normal walking, there's almost no slide at all. Luigi, however, slides across the floor like a slip and slide in Super Mario Bros. 2. So yeah, I was not expecting that, because I like playing as Luigi usually. So I just played as him because I was like, oh, it's just a different skin. And then I was just having trouble with that. Apparently, he's made for advanced players, like maybe if you're better at doing jumps or timing landings and stuff like that. But given how the game is already difficult, I don't like that mode. And I'm pretty sure there's a block here that gives you something. Try to get a little speed. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Alright. It's gonna be like that, huh? Come on now. I will get this block. Come on. Yeah. That is a really precise jump if there's anything under there. I'm gonna give it one more go. Nope. One more. Alright. I'm giving up on this. Oop. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna bother with that. I'm pretty sure there is something under there, but I don't want to have to sit there and fiddle with that. Oh, I'm also running low on time, so I'll go ahead and run that through. Yeah, I'm not so sure how I feel about the time in these games. It usually doesn't matter that much, but if you want to just kind of walk around and explore the area, you don't really have the time for it. Also, here comes my favorite level in the game. Fortunately, there's not many of these in the game. I think there's only like 3 water levels in total. So what is that, like 32 levels in the entire game? So if only 3 of them are water levels, and one of them I think is actually a warp tunnel. Yeah, when you go down the pipes during the level, it takes you to a water level, instead of taking you to the underground, which is what it usually does. So I discovered that the hard way. I was like, oh nice, I just went into a voluntary water level. I wouldn't mind it so much if you were able to drop a lot easier, because you're able to shoot up in the air pretty quickly, but the dropping does not happen very precise. Which I think, for the most part, is why people don't like water levels, is for the imprecise nature of it. And it also just completely changes the game when you're down here. I don't like it. I'll just go ahead and say it. You can't even run when you're on the ground. Alright, got through no problem there. Usually I don't do very well with Big Mario under there. Yeah. Usually get smacked by a fish while I'm down there. So small Mario can just kind of ease his way through. Alright. Oh, is this... Yep, this is this level. Okay. Gonna make my way through slowly. This is one of those levels that just... I don't like playing. Oh my god, there we go. Well, I got that out of the way. Yeah. Oh, that could have been bad. Yeah, you don't want to run either, because there's a part where the bridge actually breaks up. Yeah, not this time, you dumb little fish. Oh my god, that one almost got me. Yeah, and the hitbox is not super precise, so sometimes they'll come up out of the ground and they'll hit your shoes and they'll still kill you. When normally, even if you're standing on the ground, if they come up through, if they hit where you're supposed to be, whoa, stomping on them, it'll actually kill them. But sometimes it'll be just a slight pixel off, like that right there, and it'll still hit you. Oh my god. Oh, you can see why I love this level so much. And I try to get the coins too, because there's a lot here, so I don't like being wasteful. Oh my god. It's almost random too. I don't know if there's a specific pattern every time. But I don't want to run through all my lives here. Yeah, see, that time definitely wasn't like the last jumping pattern, so it has to be random to a degree. And the problem is, especially on these parts, you're very low to the ground, so you can't really see them coming at all. Oh, nice, I got a checkpoint, so I missed the whole mushroom part. Oh, thank god that's over. Alright, now I can get out of here. Yeah. Yeah, anyway, back to the Super Mario 2 discussion. I played through Luigi the first time, and I was just having a horrible time with it. And then I switched over to Mario, and the physics went back to normal. I was like, are you kidding me? I actually got further once that happened. I am not designed to play that game as a professional. Whoop. Yeah. Get the mushroom here. Yeah, in Super Mario 3, they did a kind of annoying thing where, depending on where you hit the block, it sends the power up in that direction. So if you hit it more to this... Oh my god, alright, I'm gonna just do a quick rewind because I was trying to show off something there. But anyway, if you hit it a little to the left like that, it'll move to the left, or if you hit it more to the right, then it'll go to the right instead. Yeah, that is one of the few times I'll use the rewind feature because I didn't realize it would kill you through that. Whoa, okay, this is bad. Oh my god. Okay, at least I got back. I lost the power up though, so that's gonna make the Bowser part a little more difficult. So usually I like to break the ceiling and then just jump over them. But let's see if we can just get through. Yeah, that little corner there, I like to break that and jump through it. Alright, should be able to time it just right! Yeah, there we go. Yeah, running underneath him is always stressful. I usually like to jump over. So if you get a running start, you can actually just glide right over him. Yeah, I might try to do Super Mario 2. I don't know. The real 2, the Japanese 2. So the other one's just kind of boring, if I'm being honest. I don't really like it that much. Oh, whoa. Which is kind of understandable, because it's not really a Mario game, as I mentioned. So yeah, I don't really know how to feel about it. Especially with these old games where they don't have any restore points. So I kind of feel like I'm cheating whenever I create one, but... I don't know. This one's kind of... doesn't really matter that much that there's no restore point. Because it's really meant to be played through in one go. But the other ones, like Super Mario 3, that is clearly more of like an open world kind of thing. It's almost more into the Legend of Zelda category, which actually does have save games. And is very nice, although... I don't know if it just shows my ignorance with those type of games, but I actually have nowhere to go in that game. Completely lost when I'm playing The Legend of Zelda, the original. Which I'm sure after a while, it's one of those things where it's like, obviously, you go 2 squares left, and then you go 1 square north, and then 5 squares east. It's like, oh yeah, that was super obvious. It's definitely an adventure game, so you're supposed to be walking around. But there really is no direction at all. There's not even a slight, hey, maybe go this way. It's just like, nope, here you are, here's the game, and go have fun. Which is kind of the point with adventure games. Also, if you didn't know, there's a little hidden vine there. I try to do these for the extra coins. Because they are definitely very useful when you can find them. It's almost like finding half of a 1-up. How many coins you get, as long as you're able to get them all. Yeah, I might try to go through The Legend of Zelda as well. It's a very fun game, but also quite difficult in that sense. I think eventually you do get a map, but right now I'm just completely lost. I just have to remember everywhere I'm going. And I played a little bit of The Legend of Zelda 2, which most people hate, but some people actually like it, so I guess you be the judge. Alright, I got a pretty good run going. Lost a couple lives early in the game. I think I lost 2 to that flying fish level. Aside from that, I've been doing relatively fine. 3 lives, that's okay.